Okay, I have returned for round 2. I always forget to put the message in chat. Welcome. Please say hi as I can't see the viewer count. Kiss. Love. Hug. Heart. Let's get back to it. We were messing with the attack animation-y thing, and hopefully it will now work. Actually, will that work? I'm not sure it will work because the I don't know what has the collider on it. Whatever. Create relay. And let's create the secondary guy as well. Play it over there, and then we're going to join the relay, and hopefully this time it will register a damageable nearby, or at least register something with a collider. Join relay should be, not create. I think the issue might be that it's not on the right layer. Maybe I didn't change it correctly, but we'll see. Paste that in, submit. You just come zooming in from the side, and then for attack, we should have an overlap sphere around the player, and hopefully results is, yeah, there is one collider. It's just the tiles apparently. Interesting. Oh, I know why. Of course, because it's the position of the Delver manager and not the position of the Delver armature. I could just pass a position into here, to be honest, or even a transform, because then that'll have a forward. Let's go transform. Actually, we need the Delver manager because that'll play the weapon, the effect. Does it need to? I guess so. I'm just thinking more and more that I just turn this into a like an extra bit on the Delver controller, to be honest, as opposed to a whole thing in and of itself. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I just need this and this, really. Let's go into Delver controller, and let's make a little function for attack. Climb angle, this is all movement. Let's just make another script and call it Delver controller. Actually, let's just go, I think you can just do it like this, right? If I go right to the bottom and I say private void attack or perform attack, might be a bit better. I can go refactor, extract into partial, and I'll call this Delver controller dot attack .cs, and then we can drag all the Delver attack controller stuff into here. Let's include import missing references. So now this will just be part of the Delver controller. And maybe I'll just change this to be called perform attack as opposed to anything else, and I'll just have a the Delver manager actually doesn't need to be there at all. The weapon doesn't need to be there either because these are all here now anyway. This doesn't need to be here. This needs to be transformed to dot position, and this can be Delver manager dot get stat dot get stat. So that should work now, and then we can just say perform attack, and we can have like a boolean for attack type. Full special special attack. Is there a special attack multiplier? Take damage, gets that physical damage, plus brackets, times brackets 1 plus get stat special multiplier. Take damage, physical damage, times mult. We should make this a float. And we can actually set this up here. If we'll say float mult equals 1. If bracket special attack mult plus equals get stat special multiplier. Otherwise it's just 1. That should be an integer. Actually, that's a good point. I guess we're saving more the shorts, and I guess I just times this by, or I don't know actually. Maybe I change the all the integers to floats, perhaps. That might be a play. Or optionally just make it a special attack, like make special attack damage a flat damage, so it adds like 2 to your special attack damage, and that way you can just be like, oh, okay, let me build up loads of stuff that increases my special attack damage value. Yeah, special bonus I should call it instead. Bonus. So int mult equals 0 then. Plus, we don't need to do this here actually. We can have this here. We can just set damage here. Yep. If damn it, equals 0, return, otherwise continue. So if there's nothing overlapping, return. Otherwise, int damage equals times or plus special attack. If it's a special attack, if it's not a special attack, it's 0. Otherwise, it's a special attack bonus. And then take damage here. Fine, short. I thought this takes an int now. This now takes an int. Sweet, okay. So that should be working as intended. Why is the Delver controller scary? Perform. So this just needs to be perform attack. Perform attack brackets true, and this is perform attack brackets false. Okay, so this should now, if I am correct, work as intended, unless the thing is in the wrong place, which I don't think it is. It might be actually. I think it actually might be. Yeah, see, this is the Delver manager and this is the iDamageable. That's a bit annoying. I could be really lazy and just make the controller iDamageable as well, and the iDamageable on the controller would just call damage on the take damage on the controller will just call take damage on the Delver itself. Yeah, it's a bit of a tough one there because this has the collider, right? Where's the collider? I'm pretty sure the character controller has a collider. I'm pretty sure this is the collider. Yeah, that's what it has, like a layer overrides thing. So this is the whole collider, and then any of these needs to have the iDamageable. Or I could say, oof, that's a bit lazy though. Is there a way to get component in parents? That'll probably work if there is. I can delete this Delver attack controller now and say results. Oh, there you go. Well, let's see if this works. Where's the overlap sphere? Was it 1, 7? Is that how I did it? Let's see if this works. I might actually just leave that for now. Leave the layer mask out and then test it, and then after I'll add it back in. BRB while I use the toilet and this loads up. Hello. Okay. Create relay. I have to really remember to turn off the what's it called? The log. So what I'm getting is thousands of messages saying, "Hey, this is already there." Join relay. Paste. Is this working? I haven't played yet. The modifier there. Pat. Okay. So physics overlap sphere. Alright, there is a result. It's tile still though. Interesting. Very interesting. At least they're different tiles now. Okay. If I move over here, will it be again a different tiles? Let's get into it. Results is now tiles, texture 08. Because I'm pretty sure at least the location is changing. Tiles text, the tiles 1 brackets 12. Okay. Okay, well it's working. It's just not for some reason. This collider isn't picking up, which is weird. Because I haven't even set a layer mask. Tiles 01 25. Very, very strange. I'm guessing this is. Oh. Oh. Tiles 01 brackets 25. Oh shit. So that stopped the game? No. Let that initialize. Okay, yeah, it's still working. What was it? It was tiles 0125, environment tiles 0125. So if I go to the scene and I click here, there's 25, environment tiles 0125. The hell, they're all way out of order. Yeah, it's that one. So it's the one that's right next to her. Perhaps the radius isn't big enough? I'd have thought 5 was like huge. A sphere of 5. Oh, I know what it is. It's because the sphere is only like doing the closest one, so I bet if we bump this up to like 5 and then do it, we'll get the correct result. I'm wondering if I shouldn't just, instead of like having that, I mean like how, I guess you're never attacking more than 5 enemies at once, right? But also, does it matter if I set this to like 10 colliders, or 15 even? Surely that's just one variable. It's not like, oh, he has hold 15 colliders in memory. That's not a huge amount of colliders, you know. And we can even change it actively, actually, so it's just always the largest amount. That might be better. Well, we know it works with that. Let's actually change it to. Well, actually, I'll test it like this first, and then we'll see how it looks. I'll get it working like this, and then once it does work, I will switch out to try and use the layer mask, so it only hits things on the damageable layer. I feel that would be cheaper, right? So it only collides with things on the damageable layer. And then delta can be a tag as opposed to a layer. Let me play over here. Create a relay. Ba, 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 ba. And then join relay, paste, boop, boop, boop. And then we go boosh. And we hopefully see a large results. No. Let me continue. Yes, okay, so there was indeed a large one. So all these, weird how the character controllers are only at the end. Also, I think it's attacking itself, which is awkward. Also, I don't know if any of these will hit. Oh, this crashed, so it took too long. Let's play it again. Yeah, the radius was indeed quite large, so not massively efficient there. I should maybe do a box and just do like a box in front, I think is the best way. Create relay. Oh. Create relay. I don't know, is it better to do... I don't know, I'm torn between doing attack animations or just making the weapon like actually like a physical weapon, and you know, turn off the collider when you're not attacking and then turn it on when you are attacking. It's like and yeah, that might be better. But I'm torn. I'm very, very torn. We can always change it later. Just more effort down the line. Obviously, it's nicer to have a it's nice to have a clear view as soon as possible, but as long as you write with expandability in mind, and so you don't tie yourself into a corner, then it's not, you know, too big a deal. Bash. Null reference exception. That's weird. Try get component and parent T. Oh, this is my own thing. Parent component equals get game object equals game object dot get component and parent T. Return parent component does not equal null. If results.try get to component out I damageable damageable.take damage. This is weird. I wonder why this would be true, or this would return a null reference. That should work, right? Or have I not checked it? If this is true, so this only says if it's true, if that is actually a thing. Let me try and hit it again here. Okay, damageable dot take damage. Scene path delta 0. That's weird, so it did hit it. Interesting. Continue. Delta 1, continue. Why is it giving me a... Why is it giving me a... there? Why is it giving me that? Why are you giving me that? How can this not be a thing? How can this be null? Let me get into it. Continue. Result is the Unity engine.character controller, which is where the thing is. Try get component and parent. Let's do that. Try get component and parent. Game object is the Delva armature character controller. Get component and parent T. Parent component is the Delva manager. Yep. Okay. So what's the issue? Where am I seeing null? I don't understand. Result equals null. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I see. For each result in results, if brackets result equals null, continue, or just return, I guess. Yes, right? I assume it just assembles at the beginning of the thing. That'd be weird if it didn't. So the second we hit a null result, we return. Alright, again. Is it doing take damage though? I feel like it should have done take damage before that, and we should have seen some sort of damage updates, but guess not. I guess not. Create relay. Join relay. Am I not? So is it doing it? If I go to the Delva manager stats, is it doing this? It is doing this. Why is damage 0? Oh, that's fist just at 0. I move player somewhere. Equipable, weapons, unarmed. Physical damage 5. Dull greatsword, physical damage 10. 10, 15 we'll say. And this will be 5. Is it because I've like messed with this stat and it's now moved all of these down one? Is that what it is? Because this should be knockback 5 and not fire resist 5. I feel like that's the issue. Yeah, because I added like a value here, special attack bonus, and then attack speed, and I don't think it updated it properly in the serializable dictionary, which is annoying. I guess from now on I just make sure to add stats at the end of this list. Yeah, but it's what it is. So damage, I don't need any attack speed bonuses. So 5, 15, 10, 5. It's still 0. I think maybe I need to close it and open it again. I do have to handle the closing of the server at some point. I need to have an escape, like quit button, because otherwise, you know, what you're going to do, just close the entire game every time you want to leave or someone else leaves. It's a bit awkward. Okay, so now let's see if this works. Fists, boosh, take damage 5, continue. Oh god, not allowed to write to this network variable. Sad, sad. I could just modify stat a server RPC, and then anytime it's called, it's just called on the server. Or alternatively, I can just say initialize this is by the owner. Yeah, we can't make it modifiable by anyone, can we? We should probably move this into the actual stat thing. These should all be on the actual combatant base, really. Modify stat, modify blah 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 blah, and construct. This should be a private abstract void. Protected abstract void. And these should be fine there. No, these should be protected. Hides inherited abstract method. Oh, there is protected override. Void construct stat events. That'll be different for each thing. Maybe take damage should be on the combatant base as well. No, sorry, that's an eye damageable thing. But I guess, yeah, it probably should be. Public void, take damage. I can't see a world where I need to change this on any lower class. Like they should all work the same. Like, you know, you take damage minus like a resistance of something. Do you reckon it's like it should be a minus, like a flat resistance? So I have 5 armor. I just take 5 less damage on each thing hit. Maybe. That might be good. So you get physical damage, you get physical resist. Could maybe have different, like multiple dictionaries appearing differently. So you could have one for the damage dictionaries, one for tanky dictionaries, and they could appear different, like in terms of icon or color or something like that. Actually, no, you don't need to do that. You can just make a struct that references all this stuff and have it somewhere in the scene. And that'll take in each one, and then you can apply other stuff. So you can be like, oh, okay, it's for everything you have like a type of damage, and then you have an icon and stuff like that. You just assign the struct. Yeah, that would work. You can maybe write an editor for that if you're not too lazy, although I'm pretty lazy. That's future armor's problem. Let's get into why this is being weird. Why is this being weird? On total health, modify stat. Oh yeah, that is true. Well, this will only ever be called on the server anyway, right? Unless I'm mistaken. Actually, this probably should be on the This should probably be on the combatant as well. Like, health is again another thing that is very uniform across them. You can always make it. No, I was gonna say you can always make it virtual and then just say override it with the base, but I don't think you need to. Yeah, I think I don't need the stats just yet. The more I'm thinking, the more I can take out. Like, all this should be on the thing. Because I'm just thinking in terms of, what if it's a skeleton? A skeleton will need to do all this stuff anyway. You'll set all the stats because you'll be like, okay, here's the stat profile. Actually, will you? No, you won't, will you? Because you're not setting the stats. Why would you ever set the stats? Actually, you would. I'm lying. You just have something different. So yeah, you would have all this stuff. Like you'd have where is the combatant base? You'd have the spawn. You'd initialize all the stats, and you would modify all the stats. You'd call this when you spawned it, so you'd spawn it, and then you'd call modify stats, and you just pass in all the. Each player would have the same dictionary that a weapon has, for example, or a piece of armor has, and that's how you'd set the stuff. Or you wouldn't do that, you would have base stats. I think that's what you would have, wouldn't you? You'd have a scriptable object of type combatant. You have like a scriptable object for combatant attributes, and you'd have like Delver. And then the Delver would have like default values that are set on network spawn. Oh, so many layers, man. It gets a bit confusing. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way. So you'd have base stats for each Delver. Or not. Not also works. You just make modify stat protected. Ugh. Yeah, it's confusing on how you would do it. I guess you could have an override for construct stat events. If I make it like this, take damage, modify stats, construct stat events. Make this virtual. Because I can't see any situation where this would be different. This would just be handle death. Too real. Yeah, you just handle the death of the combatant. So the only difference would be where this is called modify stats. So instead of doing it with each time a weapon is equipped, you just call it when you spawn the skeleton, the old skeleton, and each skeleton would have its own whole just like stat page, and you're like, okay, here's all the stats, and then here's the model, here's the game object for the model, and then you'd spawn the skeleton and then call modify stats on that. You need to call that after though, so I guess you spawn it and then I don't even know, wait until it's spawned, or even just pass in a thing, or as I said, just have the Delver manager have the combatant base take in a scriptable object. Maybe I call it combatant template. And then after we spawn it, we say modify stats. You don't really need to modify stat. Let's just give that a go. If I go, why is this there? I'll put a minus sign there for some reason. if I go add C# script, I see combatant template. Combatant template scriptable object. What's like the weapon, for example? Weapon comes from weapon part equipable, which has this stat modifiers. So if I go to combatant base, this will take a okay, this will take, so combatant template will have this, have a serializable dictionary, combat stat and that, and we'll say, call it initial stats, init stats. Yeah. And then combat base will take a combatant thingy. A prop s combatant template. Template. So if there's a template, then stats.stat dot value equals template dot initial. This needs to be public. Template dot initial stats stat. It seems so overly complicated, but I think it'll work. We're future proofing now, so now when we make next time we make a combatant base, I'll have a slot for a template. That's weirdly circular. No, this wouldn't be like that. This would just be public. And I'll say to do set after instantiate but before spawn. So we see we'll see this. So you basically instantiate we basically instantiate a network object, but before we spawn it, we'll set the thing on it. I think that'll work. I think. So we'll see. I could even try it with the player object, which might be a bit crazy. That might be a bit mad. I think I'm going to do it. They called me insane. Why is this? Okay. I think this will work. So now instead of taking combatant base, combatant template, this will now also take a combatant base, game object. This is so wild. Public, prop s, combatant base, and I'll call it combatant prefab. Oh. Okay, I'm going to give this a go. It sounds a bit crazy, I won't lie. It sounds a little bit nuts. So let's do it anyway and see how we feel. Why is this doing this so late, by the way? I clicked it a second ago, I've totally forgotten why I did this. Player, and then get component, player name. Okay. So it's just saying the name basically, and then you could have done this after, but sure. Sure. This only matters on the server, right? Or the spawn player stuff. None of it matters on the client side. I'm never using request instruction anymore. But I'll leave it there just in case. All of this is to say I never actually solved the whole issue that I never solved the fact that we can't change health here because it's a different player we're trying to call it on. So modify stat should be a server RPC. Where's it being called, eh? It doesn't matter, I have faith. I have faith in my amazing programming skills that this will now work. So, before I think the base health was 75, and we can actually see that if we scroll up. Oh, no, I think it's clearing it. It just feels weird. Like when there's so many layers, I always think that something's just going to break. Let me play this, make sure nothing's broken yet. I'm not using it, so nothing should be broken, but I want to try it anyway. I'm being asked if I need something from Aldi. I feel like I do. White sugar, please. I'm going to make caramel popcorn, because I'm a fat boy. Wednesday to Monday in Menorca. That's a long trip, but sure. But sure. Let me contact me bro there. I need to ask my I shall return shortly. Boom, boom, boom. I am back. It's a bit cold. It's a bit chilly. What are the dates saying? What are the dates saying? As long as it's direct, because oh my god, last time. Last time it was not direct, and it made me very sad. 2.5 hours there and back. That's not even a long trip. That's what, like 3-4 hours total. One thing. $12 p.m. flight. Oh man, I will be knackered. Good. Bum bum bum, ba da bum, bum 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 bum. Where do we go thing? Ba-da-dum, 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 bum, 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 bum. Okay, back to it. Signed in. Create lobby, create relay. No, I want to create lobby. No, I want to create relay, but yeah, create relay. I'm dying. Okay, it looks good. So 75 is the default health, and I'm just punching myself to death here. Let me actually try the spawn loot test. Helm ahead 1, and also spawn loot test head 3. So the tower helm, faceplate is total health 10. This is total health 15. Oh god. So this should bring my health up to 25. Boom. And this should bring it up to 30 now. Boom. And this should bring it back down to 25. Yes. Is there anything that gives me even less health? I don't think so. Till 10, 10, 15, 5. Okay, so I want the wizard cap, which is in the 4th slot, which means it's probably 4. Spawn, loot test, head 4. So this should bring me way back down to 20. And this should be 35. Oh, sorry, 30. So if I go down to 5 health. This should just put me to 1. Yes. And this puts me back up to 11. So I can kind of heal up by just switching to a like a higher resist one, but it'll only give me as much health as the lowest health helmet will. So, I mean, you know, not that big a deal. Or alternatively, total health doesn't affect health. That might work. It just affects max health. I think that's probably a better way of doing it. I think that's how we're going to do it. So, total health. Where's the Delver combatant base? On set health, on set total health. We won't need to do this. This can go in the Delver manager stats. That can go there, and then this can go override the construct stat events, and it can go there. Fine, I'll make all this protected, you bastards. Yeah, I think that's better. And so now we'll say we'll get rid of all of this, and we'll say equals math f dot minimum between the current health and the new value. Oh. So now whenever we set total health, if we have a helmet, if we have loads of health and we get a new helmet, it'll basically set it down to the lower health, and I think that makes a bit more sense. And then if you pick up a bigger helmet that gives you more health, and the health regen will tick you up. So yeah, and yeah, as I said, I don't think we need this in the combatant health, in the combatant template, because I don't ever see like, I don't see this happening with any monster. I don't see us setting their total health down, kind of thing. I think we'll just set their health and their total health. What's that call? Oh no, it's just a message. Okay, sweet one, Joe boy. Let's go. You need to make a way to make sure that we're not attacking ourselves firstly, so I think the best way to do that is just to go into Delver manager .controller.attack and then say try get eye damageable, if damageable equals Delver manager, continue. I think that works again. I don't think you need to do a null check there. Maybe you do. But I don't think you do, because I think it'll just be, yeah, like if it's null, then it's obviously not equal to Delver manager, so you shouldn't need to do a null check. Can you get an invalid cast like that? I guess we'll find out when I start introducing enemies, and like this just immediately fails because it'll be like we can't cast it as a thing. But otherwise, take damage. I think that's pretty cool. And this will work with anything, so I'll have a like a vase, as I said, and I'll say take damage on the vase, and it'll pass in a number, but it shouldn't need to, because the vase will just either have a set amount of hits that it takes to break, or just, yeah. So that'll be cool, and you can attack 15 enemies at a time. We could put a little if statement in here and say, okay, if it's 0, it's returns, but if it's greater than the size, then we reallocate the size, and then we just do the test again, which might be something worth looking into. Let me do a little test here as well, just to make sure we can get the thing. So 1, 7, the layer mask. Let me give that a try. So 2 little tries here, 2 little tests. You should really get into better testing, because I always do this. I always write a little thing. I'm like, okay, it does that. But in reality, I changed, I think, 3 things. I changed this just now. So I changed the layer mask. I changed the way health works and changes. And I changed the self-hit. So that's 3 things I'm currently testing. Or at least 2. I'm probably lazy to test the health change. I'll test the health change. I'm not going to be able to, am I? Yeah, because no, it's a server RPC, so that's 4 things I'm testing. I'm now testing if I can even attack someone else, because it's now I've changed it to be a server RPC. Yeah, I should test way more often, man. Because it takes like what? I'm playing this. It takes like maybe a minute, if that, total to get into it. I like how it does work like that as well. But requires only the owner can invoke a server RPC that requires ownership. It's a good thing we do these tests. Where did I set this? Where's the basic combatant base? There it is. Oh, I've gone. Combatant base. Brackets require ownership. False. Let's give that a quick try again. Hello, we've got a new viewer. Elbodomo. I'm terrible at pronouncing usernames, so do forgive me. How you doing, man? How is your Tuesday going? You're catching me as I mindlessly drivel onto myself and try to test this new game I'm working on. Streaming every day between 2 and, or hopefully between 6 and 2. But it's been very inconsistent so far. At least in terms of start time, I wake up way too late. I'm going to create a relay here, get into there, and see how it goes. Copy the relay code. It should still be showing the health changes. I guess maybe I got rid of that debug line as well. Join relay. Boom. You're over there, and let's try and hit, see if it works. Boom, -5 health, player 1 has died. -10 health, player 1 has died. -15. This is hitting everyone. Why is this still hitting him? Surely the range isn't that high. Maybe the range is that high. Let me put a little debug breakpoint thing in here. I just noticed that through one of your tutorials I kind of started Gamedev, so back then you're on the front page being, oh, nice, man. I'm glad I could help. Time does go by. I've been doing this channel for far too long. I wish I had more to show for it, but you know, hopefully after this game I'll have at least a new project. I've been on Armand Does stuff for like, I think 6 or 8 years now. on and off. Only released like 3 games, but it's always nice when people find use in some of the tutorials. I've always thought they were quite like esoteric though, so like not very beginner friendly, but I'm glad that people can get into it via that as well. What are you planning to get into as a professional? My last role was like UI work in Unity, which I absolutely despised, but it was a nice team. But yeah, I hate UI stuff. Where was I gonna look? Oh, man, all I do is ramble on and then forget my thing. Oh, the Planet tutorial, yeah, that was cool. Use that for a game jam as the base for getting into XR. Oh no way! This is my first ever VR game, or at least it will be. Currently, I'm still working on the conventional side, as you can see. But later on, it's going to be a 4v1 with like 4 players like this as teammates, and then like one big VR game master kind of thing. Sort of like if you ever play Dungeon Land, that's what I'm going for. Just throwing down enemies or throwing down meteors in VR. So that's my idea for this game. If I can ever progress enough to make it good. Anyway, so you're currently in uni studying XR. That's quite good. I went to uni for game dev programming as well. Oh my god, it was so long. And I never really used anything I learned there because I already kind of knew how to program beforehand, and then leaving it was tough. Yeah, the asymmetric games are so much fun, right? I've always wanted to make a multiplayer game that was asymmetric, either like this or something like Left 4 Dead, because I don't know, I always find them so much fun. I always wanted to make a game where like you play as, because I always loved like MMOs as well, so I wanted to play like an MMO game. Like you know, like the raids and boss fights in MMOs, all the mechanics and like don't stand in this, don't do that, but with one person playing as the boss, the MMO boss. So I don't know if I'm going to get that advanced tier with like loads of little mechanics, but maybe way down the line that's an idea for another game. Where was I? I was going to look at the Delver controller.attack, and let me throw a breakpoint in here. And boosh. Oh, I didn't put a breakpoint down. So I think this is working. Step over, results. Yep, it just finds those 2. And then it does that. We had one in university with the cave system. And a VR player, the person in VR were building a dungeon and spawning enemies while the key player went through it. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for here. Like, so I actually do have I don't know if I have it set up now. Let me check if I still have the. No, I think I've got rid of it, but that's how I'm going to do it here as well. So each map segment is going to have different places it can attach to. So I think I have it here, yeah. So there's going to be different map segments. So you have the regular segment, which is this courtyard for now. So that's just the you have like starting segment, which is this, and then you have like the courtyard segment, which eventually will like sort of spawn in attached to, like here, for example, you see like an exit node. So I'm going to have it so the players basically run up to one of these exit nodes, and it'll be like a door in the final game, and they'll have to defend that door for like 30 seconds, and then the dungeon master will get to pick from, we'll say like he'll have like 5 cards. I'll pop up and say, okay, you can pick one of these for the next room or the next treasure room kind of thing. So yeah, I'm hoping to give a lot of like control to the dungeon master, so it's a lot more like interactive from his part, so he's not kind of just watching. So it's actually quite fun to play from his side as well. So this is working, but why is it so far away? It might be a issue of just the fact that setting it to 5 is way too much. I'm just going to jump this guy off the edge, and then we'll see if it still works. Results still working. Interesting. Let me move him way away. So if I move him to, let me reset. Oh god, he's moving too quickly. Reset. There we go. New stuff and not just the 10th shooter or platform. Yeah, I always love mixing it up. So like my first game was kind of like Motherlode in space, Secret of the Cause, and the second game was like an idle game. They're all based on other games I played before, so yeah, like the first game was basically Motherlode in space mixed with asteroids, and the second game was, I forget the name of the idle game, but it was basically the same concept of you fly around a planet and shoot stuff. It was a lot more basic because mine was mixed with like an idle game, so yeah, I feel like all my games are just other games mixed together. So this one's Dungeon Land mixed with, I don't know, just some sort of that there's another asymmetric game where I saw a VR player fighting other conventional players, so it's that mixed with Dungeon Land, which is I think where a lot of the good ideas come from. You got to draw inspiration as opposed to just, unless you have a really good original idea. But like even then, like even Minecraft was based off I want to say Dwarf Fortress, but one of those kind of games. Let me drag him like way away, like just, oh wait, no, that's me. This is the correct. No, I'll just drag him. Can I drag him here? Right, so he is like way away now. But it's still hitting. That is very weird. What's the point in the radius then? Interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, how are you finding XR Dev? I've only done a very little bit of it. It looks incredibly complicated, but the Unity tools look very helpful at the same time. I'm dreading getting into it and then finding out it's just not my cup of tea. Smash Bros and FPV shooter Halo, that does sound cool. I never got into Smash, but people love Smash. How would you mix it with Halo? I guess, what, like third person Smash? That does sound interesting. Yeah, it does seem weird. Like the first clip I recorded was me just figuring out XR at like in the middle of the night at like 2 AM. I was like, oh my god, I finally got it to move stuff around. Yeah, it's very confusing getting into it first time. I feel like I've bitten a lot off with this project. It's like my first time doing VR. It's my first time doing anything multiplayer. It's my first time like doing animations, and oh god, it's just a lot of things I have no experience with, but you know, got to jump in with both feet. Yeah, I'm wondering why this physics overlap sphere is just always triggering. It's kind of strange. Unless it's not triggering and it's triggering on myself. Let me play that. Yeah, I imagine adding your own ones can be quite complicated. I'll probably just stick to the normal ones, like I'll just have like cards and then you kind of grab them and then it activates, or I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. I'm always torn between making like mechanics that will stick around, and not even just mechanics, but mechanics are everything that will stick around to the end of the game, and just getting a prototype out there. I suck at prototyping. I'm way too much of a perfectionist. Like I spent like the last 3 days doing animations for like this punch. I had to do it from scratch, and I don't even think I'm gonna use a fist attack in the end game. Fair man, thanks for stopping by. It's always nice to have someone make it seem like I'm less crazy when I ramble to myself. I shall get back to rambling to the air while you enjoy your meeting. Until next time, I'll try to remember the name. Elbodomo. Elbodomo. I'm so terrible at names. And you don't have a profile picture as well. That's just going to confuse me. Let's add someone else back into here. Let's see how this goes. That is true. Meetings are rarely enjoyable. That was the worst part of my last job. Just, oh god, endless meetings. Like, I get why they exist in larger companies, but at the same time, you're like, can you please just let me code? Okay, loading in here. Let me copy the join code. I'll probably finish the stream in half an hour or so anyway. I haven't got much done today. I need to start waking up earlier. Let's join here. Join relay. Paste. Boom. And then punch. Nothing, nothing, nothing. There we go. Sweet. Okay, so the issue is that it's not clearing it. Ugh, I think that's just an issue with the physics overlap sphere. Oh, I know why. No, I don't know why. Why would that not be? Why oh why would it not replace this? Very strange. I think that when it would do this and there's nothing nearby, it would be 0. Layer mask 1.7. Maybe I can just go empty or clear. Results dot clear. Empty. Oh, I always forget how to clear an array. How to clear array. Array dot clear. Yeah, it was dot clear. Well, why is that not working? Results dot clear. Does it take something in? I have to do that. Maybe I do array dot clear for the whole thing. Array int index length void. Results dot clear bracket 0 15. That's weird. Can't I just press dot clear to clear it totally? Let's see if this works now. Testing. Will it work? Time will tell. Play. Oh god, I'm in pieces. My neck is killing me. Maybe I should do like something that attracts viewers and then boom, get them in with the game dev, and then maybe have some people work on my project with me. Create relay. Join relay. So punch nothing, punch nothing, punch nothing, and then boom, hit. And then yes, okay, it works, sweet. it occurs to me that I'm not setting the health when I pick up a thing. That was a bad idea. Yes, because there's no health regen yet. So I need to add health regen. That is next on the list. Let's add this first. Let's add, let me commit all this to source tree. Oh. No, I already have source tree open. Let's commit all this because we made some big changes. I'm going to say stage all and say implemented melee damage. And we'll push that to our locally hosted repo. Let me check the remote, see how it's looking. Yep, it's still working nicely on Git T. Let's go do this. Let's say server manager, keeper prefab, delver prefab. I now instead want for the delver manager, I want to do something else. So for the keeper manager, I can say ball is keeper. If it's a keeper, then we're just going to do this. If it's keeper, sensitive player people would say if it is keeper, network object dot player equals keeper prefab get component network object. And we'll say keeper dot spawn as player object on the thingy ID. And we'll set the keeper to that guy. And we can actually probably replace this with a... Oh, it already is keeper manager. Okay, so that works. So that does the keeper. Otherwise, and we'll do return. Otherwise, we'll deal with the player. We'll say network object player equals instantiate delver prefab. Okay, I think this will work. So this should work now as is. I should probably try to actually get the join the server as the player. I haven't done that yet. Maybe I make a third instance, parallel sync. I'll probably test it in a little while, just because I haven't tested the keeper in a while, and I should really do a actual build, because I feel like I'm going to get to the end of this entire game, then do a build and realise that nothing works. I'll put that on the to-do list. So this is mostly done, apart from that. Implement attack systems done. Add animation temps, that's done. Check combatants in range, that's done. Apply damage effect. All that is done. We haven't actually done create damage visual effect yet. So that's also there. And now we also have to test. Can I press Alt to move up? I probably can't, no. I need to get back into creative writing, man. It's been too long. I could have finished the book by now, based on the speed I was going. I started in December, so like May, or like 5 months in. I could have finished 2 books. Create damage visual effect, fix unarmed animation. That's not on the priority list. This was going to be got a test full build, and also currently we are working on upgrade or change, add combatants, change delver to combatant. So this should, I'm going to serve this as a little example of how it should work when we eventually get into spawning combatants. So it will, I could even put a spawn thing on there actually, now that I think about it. Let me just go create relay. See, it's a good thing we tested, because obviously it didn't work. Obviously it did not work, and that is why we test often. Why didn't it work is the question though. If it's a keeper, return, otherwise player makes delver prefab, okay. This, I have no idea why it wouldn't work. I haven't changed anything. All I did was change the order of things. Make sure I change all this back. And then load it, and then change it all back again, and see if that is the issue. I'm pretty sure that was the issue, because I'm quite sure I tested it before I pushed. And if I didn't, then I am a fool. You should do at least some sort of basic test before you push. This is not allowed. Oh, and that's just the default thing. It's weird how that's there. There's an error on the actual like starter assets. It's like, hey, you've done this wrong. I'm like, well, I didn't do that, Unity. You did. Get off my back. Okay, so yeah, there is some weird thing happening here. I changed it. Spawn as player object. Let's see what's wrong with it. So that's working there. Okay, I haven't done this here. Delvers dot, just put this here, I guess. Let me change this to Delver, just so it's a bit clearer. Say it like this actually. Delvers dot add that. Delvers dot, what's that? Delvers dot last. Find last. What is the parameter in find last? Last index of last or default. Skip last, take last. There must be a better way, like a shortcut. Get last element of array C#. Or is it literally just get upper bound? Is that how you do it? That seems so lame. Get upper bound 0. What? Can't you do, actually, now that I think about it, something like this? Delver like that. And that is, I'm pretty sure, the last one. I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's see if this works. Also, I could have sworn that, like, just because I didn't do spawn, what's it called? Spawn player or whatever, I would have thought it still worked because I'm still instantiating it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. Hello, we have Neil is the best 25. Creative name, I like it. I can't judge, I am arm and does stuff, so here we go. Unless your name is not Neil, in which case that is very creative. How you doing, man? You good? I'm just here rambling as I try to do game dev at a very slow rate. What are you up to today? Okay, so this works the same way it used to. Now we're going to try to get into making it work with a combatant template instead. So instead of a Delver manager, we're going to say combatant template. Do I know how to disable clear flags? No idea what you mean. Do I know how to disable clear flags? In what, like an enum? I'm not entirely sure what you mean. Clear flags. Oh, on the camera? I never use the camera. Like, I never mess with the camera too much on its own. Can't find camera clear flags option in the camera inspector. There is a way to always find what you're looking for. So if I open if you go into, let me see if I can find that for you. Main camera, clear flags. Where are clear flags? Are they here anywhere? I assume they are somewhere. Why can't I see it? Am I using a newer version of Unity that doesn't have this? Camera, clear flags, camera projection. Not entirely sure. But if you actually look at the camera script itself, there's a chance that it's not accessible. There's no depth option. The reason why clear flags are missing is because the project's using URP instead of built-in. Okay, so that's probably why I can't see it. So yeah, I'm using a different camera type. The background functionality contains it now. Trying to make a first-person Baldi's Basics fan game, and I have transparent texture. And it's like I just see the skybox and the render distance isn't good through the window I made. Interesting. I've never heard of, what's this Baldi's Basics? Baldi's Basics. Oh, it's like a learning game. It seems to have a terrifying art style. I've never heard of this game before. God, this is some backroom stuff. If I keep looking at this video, am I going to like enter some sort of horror dimension? It's not a learning game, is it not? Okay, good, because this seems terrifying. I thought it was like a math game, but I guess not. Baldi hears everything. Jesus Christ, is this a horror game? I'm terrified. Oh yeah, survival horror stealth game. In my defense, it says parodies the like 90s entertainment and stuff, so that's what I was thinking it was. Oh god, this is oh, I can't keep. I'm gonna have nightmares if I keep looking at that. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I never mess with the camera that much. I have a transparent texture, and it's like I just see the skybox, and the render distance isn't good though through the window I made. Not entirely sure, I'm afraid. Oh no, you already released one called. Let me copy this. I can't see anything behind. There's a little heart symbol on my chat window. That's cool. Neil's Warehouse. Neil's Warehouse. It does look very. It does look like the game I just saw. Quite scary. I don't know. I could never get into horror games. I'm way too much of a coward. I don't mind horror films, but horror games just get me. Even looking at them, I'm just like it's just too immersive. Like I keep seeing that Backrooms game with that weird snake that's just like got some scary girl's head on it. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, apologies. I didn't know more about how to help with that. Maybe try to use URP. Everything uses URP now instead of the built-in render pipeline. Upgrade to URP or HDRP and then see if you have the same issues. Although you may find loads more issues. So, you know, obviously make some backups and that first. And if you want to know how to make backups, I just release a video on source control and conventional backups. So, boom. Self-plug there. Very relevant. So, give that a look. Oh man, I was so proud of my little source control video. It shows you how to make a self-hosted source control. So instead of using GitHub, like I use GitHub for my my library file kind of thing. So this is Harmony, which is used in like all my projects, but then I have this self-hosted GitHub kind of thing, which is quite cool, and allows me to not reach my limit on storage space, and like I do on GitHub. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was trying to. How long have I got? I've got 10 minutes before I'm going to end the stream. Unless I'm very efficient. I should probably do more since I started so late. Mention the chat. Why am I getting at it? I didn't want almond milk. Anyway, what was I doing? I get distracted way too easily. So I was here. So Delver prefab dot combatant template should have a. Ooh, I always click this and it shows the commits, like it's not just me working on it. Public combatant base. Combatant prefab. Oh, why didn't that work? I might be able to make this a transparent skybox. I'm not too sure what you're going for. So you're having trouble seeing the skybox, or you're having trouble seeing the. Is that it? That the render distance isn't reaching the skybox? Transparent texture, and it's like I just see the skybox and the render distance isn't good enough through the window I made. Maybe like send a screenshot and there's a Discord link in the thing. Send a screenshot so I know what you're talking about. I think anyone can send a screenshot in like general or something. I think anyway. I've never tried. Maybe I should check the settings. I don't really use the Discord channel much. Server settings, general channel settings, inactivity, permissions, private channel, no. Advanced permissions, everyone can blah 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 blah. Send messages, yeah. Is it like a send images? I'm not too sure. I do not know how to use Discord. It's far too complicated for me. There should be a permissions thing in Discord, right? I'm not crazy. Oh, you're here. I can see. Yeah, see if you can send a like screenshot in the general chat, and if not, I'll mess with the permissions. So hopefully you can. Wave to say hi. This is why I love Discord. It's sort of such cute little dudes. Where was I? Server settings, permissions. There should really be a search button for Discord because there's so many little settings that I never know how to use. Default permissions. Post. No. Image. Message. Oh, did it work? So you want to be able to... Oh, okay. Interesting, that is strange. Oh, that is weird. Huh. I'm not sure. So, that's weird. That is very weird. Yeah, it just shows the skybox through the windows. Oh, that is strange. But it doesn't look like... It doesn't look like it's like doing a render pass. It looks like it's fully just culling the object. That music is terrifying, by the way. I'm gonna have to mute it. It's way too scary. See, look, as you get closer, it's rendering more of it. So it's actually, I don't know. Even at the angle, it's kind of weird. Yeah, that is a very weird issue. What's your camera setup like? I never really use many skyboxes, to be honest. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, it's kind of like it's culling it as well, because it looks tile based and it looks like it's culling some of the tiles on the floor and walls and stuff, as opposed to it being a distance thing. So yeah, that's quite strange. I don't know. That's very confusing. What's the material? No, it wouldn't be the material for the camera itself. Oh, sorry, the window itself. As long as the material in that setup fine, should be okay. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe make a backup, but just switch to URP, because I feel like the built-in render pipeline's just gotten worse and worse over time as they focus more work into the URP and HDLP pipelines. So yeah, make a backup, switch to URP, and then I think there's a button to change all materials to URP quite easily. If I remember correctly, upgrade materials to URP. Upgrading your shaders. Edit render pipeline, universal. Edit render pipeline, universal render pipeline. I don't remember where it was. It was somewhere, but there was a button to upgrade all your stuff. Generate shaders. Convert selected built-in materials to URP. Yeah, so there's that, which might help, but yeah, not too sure. Yeah, it must be the camera. If you create like a brand new camera, does it look the same? Like if you delete that camera, just maybe have you like messed with the settings, like other settings on it? Or is that just like how it looks by default? Yeah, that is weird. It seems to be like culling objects through it, which makes me think that maybe maybe the window is not considered a transparent material, which would be weird because it's acting like one. But maybe it's trying to cull whatever you don't see because it thinks it's opaque. That would be another thought, but again, I don't know how that would happen, or Very weird bug that. Very strange. It might already be on URP because it shows the clear flags options. I think clear flags is a built-in option. I think, because I don't see because I'm on URP and I don't see any clear flags. Could be wrong. I think you can test if you go project settings, graphics. You can see the if you have the renderer here, I believe. So if you don't have that, you know, if you're on URP or if you're built in. Okay, 3 minutes to try and figure out why this isn't working. I guess I just have to do get component. Or I could make it a... Can I just cast this as Delver Manager? Because it is technically a combatant manager, so that should work. Strange thing there is that there are other windows in the map and they work fine. That is weird. That is very weird. Do they work fine because it's like a closer thing, or is it just all of them work fine apart from those few? Because as I said, it just looks like it's culling some of the objects as opposed to actually doing anything else. Because you'd either be able to see nothing but the skybox usually, or it'd work normally. The fact that you can see some objects on the other side makes it looks like it's culling the far away objects that it thinks you shouldn't be able to see through an opaque object kind of thing. What does the material look like for your glass, your windows? Click on the, let's see that. Let's see what that looks like. Try and debug it piece by piece. This won't work, will it? Because I haven't changed anything yet. I wonder if that needs to be a network object. Probably not, because I'm not spawning that. No, it's in like the what's it called? Like the settings on it. The inspector window. It's hard to tell if that's opaque or not. It looks transparent because it's showing the background color through it. But it's hard to tell. Like what shader is that actually using? If you look at an object, it'll show the shader at the top. It wasn't on opaque. Interesting. It was on cutout. Fair. Then it's hard to tell. Cutout should work. Cutout is just a type of transparency, so. But now on opaque, it's like messed up. Strange. Very strange. Very, very strange. Where's my... Does it look like, how does it look on opaque? I guess you just wouldn't be able to look through any of it, I assume. It would just probably be pink or black in those sides. I never really used the cutout option. How do I want to implement this? Is there like a set thing here? Set. It's opaque, it's like a wooden rhombus. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, maybe it's just the settings are strange when you switch to opaque on the transparent material. Strange one. Very strange indeed. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't used the built-in pipeline for ages. All I do is mess with URP now. Standard specular setup rendering mode cutout. Albedo's that. Specular. Where are you getting the specular alpha? Alpha cutoff 0.5. Interesting. Maybe try one of the other shader modes, the other transparent shader modes. I think there's a few, right? Again, I haven't used the built-in render pipeline in ages, but if you click a shader at the top, I think there's a few different built-in unlit ones. Again, I forget. It's been a minute. Right now, where is it? I don't even know where it's getting the transparency from. I assume from the albedo, and that's why it has the alpha cutoff. So yeah, no, even that should work. A bit strange, very strange indeed. Oh, no way. Okay, so it's not the material. It does that if you delete the wall. That is very weird. I'm not entirely sure. Well, like if you delete it while playing or delete it and then enter the game. Does it happen when you're does it happen from the other side? Like if you're inside the building? I think you actually sent it in the video, let me check. So it happens there, but then you go inside. Does it still happen? Yeah, it does still happen. Very weird. Very weird. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe try some of the other the other shaders. But I mean, again, yeah, if it's happening with the whole wall, then that shouldn't be the same thing. That is very weird. What is okay? The window is like a whole wall, so that whole wall texture actually is the window, I'm guessing, because I can see the outline of the material there, as opposed to like a stamp that's transparent. Can you like rotate the wall slightly to like not be on that square grid, and then like try and get some other angles of it? See if it's hard to try and figure out. The first step is try and figure out when it happens, essentially, because then you can figure out the issue after that. Because it doesn't seem to be happening with these walls, like the windows at the front that are looking out towards the bus thing. It doesn't seem to be happening there. It's only the internal walls where it's doing it. Very weird. Yeah, not too sure about that one. That is a tough one. this is the same thing. No. People are saying it could be a problem with the Z buffer, but you'd think it would be fine. Simply change the render queue, select object material, change the debug mode, inspector top right down menu, custom render queue, for example 3000 to 3100, your objects will now be rendered before transparent objects. That doesn't, no, that's not good. That could help some people, but I don't know if it's relevant to you. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'd say just try some different shaders and then try URP, and just my solution is always just to mess with it until it works out. Delver manager.set command base, modify stats, and then Delver prefab dot initial stats. Does that work? True. I wonder if this will work. This will be wild if this works first time. Loading there. Let's see if that works. I've forgotten to turn on the stream beats. It's been ages. There we go. There's some background noise. Let's go into, let's play here. Actually, no, I haven't set the thing up yet. I'm a fool. Where's my scriptable objects folder? Let's say create a folder, combatants. Am I spelling combatants right? I have no idea. Trying URP, fair. Let me know how it goes. It may break every material, so I would again suggest making some backups first. It's always awkward when that happens. Yeah, check out the old video on how to back up a Unity project efficiently. If not, you only really need the assets folder and the project files folder, and then you're Gucci. I mean, I feel like it works with your aesthetic. It depends what you mean by good. Like if it fits the theme, then it works. Oh, it's too late. Well, that's bold. Yeah, you should always be making backups. Are you using source control at all? Because that's the other thing you should be doing. And it's very, very important to make backups and use source control, because there's nothing worse than breaking a project and having to undo it. But I mean, it shouldn't be too big a deal. If it breaks anything, you can probably just switch back to built-in render pipeline. But yeah, I just released a video recently. If you go onto announcements and scroll up, like, I don't know, 5 streams ago, I released a backups and source control video. Oh, fair. Then why not? Break away. Oh, I'm accidentally typing. But yeah, but no, you should do a source control and backups from the very beginning. It's good. It's good practice. Like currently, I have source control set up on my own, both in terms of yeah, as I said, my main library and then just my current project. Because it helps you track changes as well. I should really get into test-driven design, because even with all this source control, I still break something and then only notice way down the line. I am spelling combatant correctly. That's good to know. combatants, and I will create, actually no, I just realised I haven't done anything here yet, have I? Combatant constant, combatant template. Create combatant, where's weapon? Let me copy this. Abaro / combatant I should just have. That should work. So I think the old default template health was like 75. So now I should make it, it should be like, I don't know, 275, like whatever I had. I'm going to play Melon Playground while I wait. I don't know what Melon, there's so many new games I've never heard of. Melon Playground. Sandbox free online thing, play in browser. What was this game? Oh, can I play in browser? Oh, steady. Melon Playground Sandbox. Why won't you work for me? Preparing to launch. Oh god. I'm done with this. This seems way too confusing. I'm already scared. Yeah, Unity takes a while to upgrade a project. It can be that way. My friend keeps trying to get me to be normal. He's sending me dating app things. I got on some dating apps and then I was like, okay, I'm bored of this. And now he's sending me ones for gamers. So I'm like, bro, that's not why. I'm just not about it. Ah, God. I will send him a lol in return. That's all he gets. Well, the Melon game, what's it about? It looked kind of like Quap. It seemed quite scary. The art style was interesting. Create Abaro combatant. So this will just be the Delver. I did not need to do this. This was such a waste of time. We'll say total health 10 and health regen 10. Or health regen, I don't know, 1. It occurs to me that I could make my first items actually give health, because I'm not picking them up again. So bare arms have 20 health and give you 20 health when you start. This gives you 5 health, this gives you 20 health, and this gives you 20 health. Someone knock in her BRB. Oh, look at my pretty little BRB sign, it's so good. Wait 2 seconds. Alright, I've returned. Okay, let me see if this works. If I press play, and no, actually I need to drag this into the server manager, don't I? Before I forget. I'll call this Delver template. Delver template. Is there a combatant base? What? There we go. And then if I go to the game manager, is that what the server manager is? It's somewhere. Multiplayer server manager there is. So we have a keeper manager and we have the Delver template is on the Delver prefab. So let's press create, relay. I have faith. Damn it. Key not found exception. Oh, no, I don't want that there. I want this here. Modify stats server RPC. Where is this being called, eh? Let me take off this thing first, the modify stats. Let me just play it like normal. See if this works. This should just spawn the Delver, because what I'm doing is adding one layer of abstraction between it. Oh, it's already 20 minutes past when I was going to end the stream. Okay, so this should work just to spawn. Send a video of gameplay of Melon Playground. Go for it. Send it in the in the Discord. Create relay, come on, show me. Yes, okay, so that works correctly, but apparently the stats thing doesn't. Let's instantiate, spawn. Maybe I need to do modify stats after. Oh no, I just set the template, okay. I don't press modify stats, that's something else. Where is this even being used? Unequip and equip effect. Let's call this equip modifiers bool equip. Equip modifiers boolean equip. And then I don't want to say equip modifiers, I just want to say .template equals that. Can I convert stats to combatant template? Oh, it doesn't need to be a combatant template, it just needs to be the actual things. What's the best way to do this, I wonder? I don't want it to hold the template, so I want to just call modify stats on it. Surely if this is done on the server, it should just work, right? Let me give that a go, see what happens if I do equip modifiers, but I do it after the initial stats. Let's find out. Oof, alright, where's this melon gameplay? I'm looking forward to it. It's kind of violent, what? It seems so sweet. It's going to be like all those stick page games I played growing up. Some of those were very dark. Probably not great for a developing mind, looking back, but you know, that's what it is. I used to love edgy stuff. God, why is it, what the hell? Why is health 300? That's interesting. Still playing. What happened to upgrading URP? Surely it didn't take that long. 5, 10, 30, 55, 110, 130, 175. Why is this taking so much? Really? Damn. That just, does take a while sometimes. It's really awkward if it crashes as well, because you're like, great, all this. Let me try it without the modify stats. It seemed to have worked there. What happens if I do this? I would have thought it was just my default health. It gives me default health. Bare torso, health regen 30, total health 30, 30, legs 20 and 20, head 5 and 5, arms 20 and 20. So it should be 20 plus 5 plus 20, so 45 plus 30, 85, 75. I'm so good at maths. So you should have 75 health total when you join. But I don't seem to be getting that, which is annoying. Create relay, show me 75 health. What is this? Why is this? Why is it happening like so many times? 5, 10, 30, 55, 85. What? Is it equipping it twice? Maybe it's equipping it twice. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe I can put like a log equipping. Let me put a literal string there. Equipping, and then name. Let's see if that works. It's a lot of closing and opening. Create relay. Okay, let's see. Equipping Delver Head 510, equipping Bare Arms 30, 55. Well, why is it doing it in some weird order? Bare Torso, Bare Legs, Unarmed. That's so weird. Let's find all usages of combat health. Okay, it's not going there. It's just going set total health, so it's just going set value. I should have checked if this was happening first, really. Is it because it's saying total health? Let me see that. This shouldn't make a difference. Because it shouldn't set health. I shouldn't be setting that, like that should never be high. That's mathlf.min, which means the minimum value between the current health and the new value of total health, which means it'll be the least of that. But let's search anyway, see if that's doing it. Create relay. Okay, so it is that. Why is it that? That makes no sense. That's very weird. Short, old val, new val, total health. When it's set, you set the health to the minimum of the current health or the new value. You're not adding health, you're just setting health. Oh no, you're not, are you? You're adding it. See, this shouldn't be modified, it should be increased stat. Should just be this. Fine, short. I should really just change all those shorts to ints, man. It's just messing with me. Just making it slightly more annoying. Like, who cares? What's the max value of a short? $32,000. I mean, that's enough, really. But like, is it that deep? If I'm changing an int versus a short, it's not like, oh my god. Maybe it is. How goes the upgrading and or the Melon game, Melon Playground game? You told me you'd send some footage, but I see no melons. I have been lied to. I was promised melons. Let's create a relay. You get melons soon. Sounds ominous, Jesus. It's alright, you gotta apologise. Torturing melons is really fun, I can imagine. Okay, sweet. I think I've done it. Delve ahead 5, 25, 55, 75. I have fixed it, maybe. Now let's... where's the equip? Let's take this off. I like how I was like, oh, is there a name? And I literally had the thing there. Let's go and what do I want to do? I want to uncomment this out. Equip modifiers, Delver, initial stats. So let's see if this works. I don't need a reference to the template in the thing this way, hopefully. Where's my Delver combat base, command base? Let's get rid of this and get rid of all this. Let's play. Where are you from, by the way, Neil? I don't think I asked. Whereabouts is Neil? Is the best 25 located? Why 25? Was 1 through 24 taken? Or are you 25 years old? I can never tell with these things. America, like the little toy gun. I can't believe they got rid of our real gun emojis. You hate to see it. Where's the freedom, eh? 5, 25, 75, 55, 75, and then boom, increases health by 85. Oh, fair. Roblox. I never got into Roblox. My little cousin plays it now. There was a job going where you just design levels in Roblox blocks, which is crazy. Like an actual, like a proper well-paying job as well. But I think there's a lot of money in Roblox. Cause you like sell, like I forget, like you do stuff and people pay you in their currency, and I guess you can trade it for real currency. Maybe, I have no idea. Okay, I've got health working. Let me add a second player in here. I can load that up. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. Alright, I was meant to end the stream half an hour ago, but I'm invested now. I'll probably go for a bit longer and then go gym and do all that normal human stuff. Man, it does take a while to load up Unity, Jesus. Yeah, I definitely should have split into more assemblies. I'm not sure if that's why it's taking so long, but still. I don't know if it's that much longer than when I first joined, but it's still quite long. Join code, copy. Create and join relay. Join relay, paste. Okay, joined here. That's weird, it didn't do the health thing. Hitting seems to have no effect from this character. That's weird. Why is this not happening? That's funny, so it's actually working for like the original health. Oh man, server code is so weird. Why does it act so funny when it's other stuff? But it should be if equals 0, less than or equal to 0 should be players died. Is it like, and it's not showing on this guy either, is it? This is very strange. I mean, I guess if it's just running on the player, it doesn't matter too much. Let me see where it's called. It's calling it there. On network spawn, construct stat events. Stat events. Is that because it was doing it there? Where was this before? Let me try to test it from the other console and see if that makes a difference. Must be a way to change what kind of notifications I get, because Jesus, they are very annoying. Okay. Let's play on this one instead. Create the relay over there. Interesting. Object player not sent. Oh, because I'm not. Have to reload the thing. File. Save project. Save scene and save project. Reload page. And reload project. Game manager. Server manager, yes, okay. There is now a Delver template. Yeah, server code's kind of weird because you have to like do everything via the server or replicate it across clients. It's kind of annoying. That works. Let's get the relay code. Let's join relay. Yeah, it doesn't work. It's just the melon game. Jesus, very brutal. No, he's been run through by a spear. Yeah, I used to play games like these all the time. They were so. There was one where there was a little doughboy you'd like just absolutely torture. Poor doughboy. Poor doughboy. Good fun back in the day. Those are pre-WoW days. Good times. I wonder why this isn't calling. This is very weird. Let's find out. Let's go Delver controller. Let's go Delver controller and Delver controller attack, and let's do perform attack. Let's see how this goes. So we go in. Got one. Continue. So it should do take damage, but it doesn't. Interesting. Okay, so it does seem to be spawning the health and whatnot. I think it was just not working there. But why is take damage not doing anything? Tell me that. Where's the combatant? Take damage. Damage 0. Why is damage equal to 0? Is it because... I have no idea why damage would be equal to 0. He's got the arms equipped. Double Great Sword, 15 physical damage. Unarmed, 5 physical damage. Excuse me. Let's create some loot. Spawn. Weapon 1. How goes the converting to URP? Working at all, or attack? Damage is still at 0. This is so weird. Why is damage always at 0? Explain to me. Explain to me. Increase stat server RPC, minus damage. Why is damage not changing? Health is changing, but damage isn't changing. What happens if I rejoin with a construct stat events? I don't know if I can even rejoin based on the thing, but let's see it. So it should call construct stat events. Although will it not, because it's... No, shit, it spawns everywhere. Construct stat events. Continue. But it's not setting it. Why is it not setting it? That is bizarre. Oh man, so it's such a confusing tangle. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure. Oh, I know why. I know why. But it should just surely show. The whole point of a network variable is that it syncs across the variable. Oh, I know what the issue is. This is a dictionary of network variables, but I guess that's a different dictionary on each time. Yeah, I think I see the issue. It only exists on the server. Oh, how can I fix that? Yeah, it just sticks to 0. It's annoying. Yeah. Oh, God, how do I? Oh, my brain's slowly degrading as I try to figure out how to do this. I shall return shortly because I need the bathroom. BRB. Okay, I have returned. I don't know if anyone's still here. I might call it there. It looks like the fix for this is going to be quite tedious. Can I have a network variable as a dictionary? On-set key value pair on remove key. This is a thing? A network dictionary? Do I have to install this? Netcode extensions. Here's all the other transports, like face punch and whatnot. Steam working sockets. Do I want netcode extensions? I kind of just want the dictionary, to be honest. Let's see what it says. Native array, T keys, T values. It's just, yeah, it's the same as this. But I'm feeling that if I change it, it'll change the whole thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to use the network dictionary thing. Onset value pair. No, network behavior not unsynchronized. Oh no, wait, there's like a whole thing there. God, it's always annoying seeing stuff and then realizing, oh, I built like an entire system around this. Everything is pink. Currently rendering the materials. Yeah, that is what happens. It does make the entire game very, very pink. But hopefully, once it's no longer pink and you've updated all the materials, then it will work. I should go to the gym before it gets too late and I become lazy. Well, I mean, even if there's 200 materials, there should just be like one button that changes them all, even if it does take ages. But yeah, hopefully less materials in the future. And now you can make materials using shader graph, which is, you know, always ideal. Better than doing actual shader code. Oh, no way. I think that was a way to like scan your entire project for them, but again, I could be wrong. I don't really recall. It's gonna be really awkward if you do all this and then it still doesn't work, but you know, best of luck. Oh, yeah, it's very annoying that this on network behavior unsynchronizes a thing. I did not think of it. Oh, never mind, never mind. Oh god, this is a nightmare. Yeah, I feel like changing a serialized dictionary would be way too expensive. If I update a networked list, does that change every single one of them? I don't know. I just don't know. Nice. But is it transparent? Let's see. How would I do this? I'd probably do it the same way I did my serializable dictionary if I do a network dictionary. I'll just say, hey, change value, and thing value. The windows still don't work, damn. As in, like, what do you mean? They're not opaque at all, or they're doing the same thing they used to do? Or they're not transparent at all, or they're doing what they used to do? Networks dictionary, same thing. That's so weird. It must be some sort of culling thing though. Then it might not be the camera. It might be the walls themselves. What material? What like thing are you using for the wall? Is it just like a flat plane? What like a model have the walls got? Because maybe it's just like not writing to the Z buffer correctly. It's a plane. Is there a way to turn on back facing? Turn on back facing Unity. You don't want back, it's probably already there. Show back face. What is this? Apparently it's just best to flip it. Yeah, that is weird and very confusing. What happens if it's like on the floor? Is it like at every angle it culls the things? Very strange. Very strange indeed. That's my serializable dictionary. Serializable dictionary. Alright, I'm gonna go to the gym because otherwise I'm never gonna go, and my brain is slowly melting. I'm gonna have to fix this next time I'm around, which is not going to be fun. Before I was just gonna have like calls to each thing. Is there a way to get the thing? Get network variable. How can I link this? See, that's a new network variable. Ooh, actually, I know how to do this. Maybe if this is just a server RPC, surely this works. Still won't work there. Yeah, getting set stat could just be server RPCs, and then you just do everything on the server. But then we can't do like on change, sadly. Unless you also do an on change for a you're passing the on-change event to the enum. Maybe if I make it a client RPC, that'll work. Alright, I'll test this, see if this does anything, and then, yeah, go Jim. Any progress, Neil? On the old transparent planes? Anything working? You tried moving stuff around? I'm so sleepy. Okay, that works there. Let's see if it works here. Making a new room, fair enough. Let me know how it goes. When in doubt, start from scratch. Oh god, the compile times, they are endless. don't think this will work, so they probably won't be synced, but it's what it is. Join really. Oh, client is not allowed to write to this network variable. But why? But why isn't it? Set health, although that's set health on Earth, I think. Is it because it's oh. Oh god, this is tedious. Okay, again we compile and then we wonder why it doesn't work. Create relay. It works there. Because this server is the client, so that's always going to work. Then join relay. So you just health 10, and then client is not allowed to write to this network variable. It's looking like I'm going to have to use a network dictionary. Is it going to have to change the entire dictionary every time there's like a tick of health? Because that just doesn't seem feasible. Is there another way I could do it? I'm going to descend back into seated mode. There must be a way to do it. I guess you just send an update to each instance there. If you're the server, you initialize one for each thing. If you're the client, then you just have it anyway. Hearing people knock on the old door, so I will call it here. Much love to everyone who joined. You catch me leaving in a moment of sadness. I hope you fix your broken Windows, Neil. Do message on the Discord, tell me how it turned out. Okay, I shall return tomorrow at 6, hopefully, unless I start 3 hours late as usual. All right, peace out.